Okay, listen, this little thing, what we're going to do today is talk about reflections. A reflection is just a flip, okay? Like a flip over, it could be a flip over the x-axis, it could be a flip over the y-axis, or it could be a flip just over a line, y equals x. Does anybody even know where y equals x is? It's the diagonal line that goes through the origin. Did y'all know that? Y equals x is just that diagonal line that goes through the origin. Anyway, we can flip objects over those three lines. Most of the time, those are the three lines. So it says, okay, you have these little shapes. Do y'all know what the image would form, or what word do the images of these shapes form? These are the pre-images. The image is when they are flipped over the yellow line. Can y'all see the little yellow lines? If I zoom in a little bit more. Okay, there's these yellow lines like right here. If you flipped this one, if you flipped this one over, if you flipped this triangle over, if you flipped this over the yellow lines, that's what you're looking at. So they're all flipping different ways. Do you know what word it would say? I'm trying to think. I'm trying to visualize. What word would that say? I'm trying to figure it out. It is hard. Thank you. I got the first one was a D, but I guess not. It says it's hard to visualize that we could use grid paper to draw. But did anybody get it? I'm going to see if it'll tell me. Oh, see the solve it on there. Oh, you can't leave it there. It doesn't, I thought it was including these shapes. So you have to visualize these aren't there. Anyway, it's the word net.
What?
Yeah, huh? But, okay, it's because you can't leave these here. You can't leave these shapes here. You just draw the new shapes, the new image. And it's going to form the word net. You want me to try it?
Yeah.
It's going to take up time. Okay, so we did that. We did the green one and we did get the N. It's going to make the word net. All right. So a reflection there's a line of reflection that they're going to tell us to use, and you just reflect the object. You flip it across that line. Okay. And you can see that this triangle, they reflected it across this line. Okay, so they just flipped it. Bless you. All right. Let's see what else. They write it like this. They use the letter R is going to be our reflection. And then they're going to tell us where we're reflecting it across. Okay? And then when they use that little prime symbol, y'all might not can see it in the video, but that's your new image. So you start with your pre-image. They tell you where to reflect it across, and then you get an image. Is everybody okay with that? So first we'll just start with this problem right here. Now notice they're going to say, okay, you're at a point P, and it's at the ordered pair 3, 4. So you may want to draw that. Maybe they'll have a picture. So anyway, they go over 3 and up 4. Is everybody good with where point P is? Yeah? Then they tell us you want the coordinates of your image, and they want you to reflect it across the line y equals 1. So I would draw this imaginary line, or like they did a dotted line. So, here's y equals 1. Does everybody understand the line y equals 1? You go up 1, and then you draw the line through it. That's y equals 1. If you want to reflect it across this line, how far is it from that line? 1, 2, 3. Does everybody see that? So how far down am I going to go? from there. 1, 2, 3. And here's my new point P. They call it P prime. Okay, we'll do some more of these, but does everybody kind of see what they did? They said, okay, you're going to reflect it across y equals 1. So let's draw that line. And then let's reflect it over that. If I am 3 spaces from that line this way, 1, 2, 3, I have to be 3 spaces, 1, 2, 3, from that line. Yeah, so it has to be an equal distance. Okay, that's what's making it a reflection. Okay, like if you're looking in a mirror and you scoot back further, you're going to look like you're getting further away, right, from it because it's reflected. Okay, so they say, though, what's your ordered pair? So, like, here's your answer choices, A, B, C, and D. So let's see what our new ordered pair is. I would go over 1, 2, 3, and down 1, 2. So over 3 and down 2, that's this one right here. Okay, let's try another one. They tell me, okay, the same ordered pair, our same ordered pair P, okay, and they want me to reflect it across x equals 1. What's my new ordered pair? So I would draw, I'll just draw it in the book and I'll erase it. X equals 1, I would go over 1 and draw a line through it. Okay, does everybody kind of see? That's x equals 1. So here's my point P. How far am I from that line? 1, 2. So how far over am I going to go from there? 1, 2. So what would be this new ordered pair? Well, I would go over -1 and up 4. Does everybody kind of understand that? It would be -1 and up 4. Okay, let's see if I have another one.
So does it just depend on if it's asking the y?
Yeah, it's going to... Where's the what? The y equals...
It was y equals 1.
Okay, the first one was y equals 1. That means you go up 1 and draw a line through it. The second problem they gave me said x equals 1. That means I go over 1 and draw a line through it. If you remember, some of them are like, if it's x equals, it's a vertical line. If it's y equals, it's a horizontal line. Okay, let me see if they give us any more examples. Okay, here's a few right here. So on number 7, let's look at it. It says, what point am I looking at? Point Q. Okay, this is kind of, I think, how your worksheet's going to look. It wants me to reflect, all the R's stand for reflect, across x equals 1. That means I would draw a line, go over 1, and draw a line through it. That's where I'm reflecting across. Does everybody see that? You need to draw that. Draw your line of reflection. I would just draw it with a pencil so you can erase it. So here's Q. So where's my Q prime, my new image, going to be? Well, I'm 1, 2 from it, so I'm going to go 1, 2 from it. So what's this ordered pair right here? -1, -2. So that's what I would put for my answer. Does that make sense, y'all? Okay, let me do another one. So let me erase that. And that's what I would do on your paper if I were you. You know, just lightly draw it with a pencil, because I'm pretty sure they're going to give you something that looks just like this. Okay, oh, this one, the y-axis. We haven't done one like that. That's nice. It's already drawn for us, right? So I'm going to find S, okay, and I'm going to reflect it over this y-axis or across the y-axis. How far am I from it? 1, 2, 3. So how many more spaces am I going to go? 1, 2, 3. So I would draw me a new little point right here and figure out where is that new little point. Well, it's -1, 2, 3, and up how many? 1, 2. -3, 2. Uh-huh.
So how many spaces?
Oh, it is 2.5. Yeah, they did 2.5. What did you say?
So how many spaces from S and you count over 3 and you go over 3?
Yeah, so yeah, if however many spaces, since this one was going across the y-axis, 1, 2, 3, then you have to continue to reflect and go over 1, 2, 3, 3 more spaces. So it was, did we do the first one right then? I don't know if yeah, I think we counted right. Why is that counted wrong? 1, 2, 3. That one should be 1, 2, 3. They numbered this wrong. Do y'all see that on the graph? Yes, no? It's not 2.5. It is 2. Let me show y'all. Because this says, this is -2. What are we counting by? 1, 2, 3. We're counting by ones. This is supposed to be 1, 2, 3. Do y'all see that? They put their number, I guess right here because that point, I don't know. But it is counting by ones. So for my new point, I would be left 1, 2, 3, and up 2. Okay? Just, I don't know why that has a 2 right there. Is everybody good with that? Okay. Now, y'all want to do one more? Yes, one more. Because this is what's on your worksheet. Okay. Let me erase this so it doesn't confuse us. All right. Which one do y'all want to do? 11, 10, 12. Which one do y'all think y'all need? Huh? 10. Okay. So y equals 0.5. All right, so I would draw, this one's going to be a little bit harder because we've got a 0.5. So I'm going to go, and remember, this is actually 1. That's where the 2 is. That's where the 3 is. So I would go up 0.5. Isn't it a positive? Yeah. So y equals 0.5. It's going to go through here. Is everybody good with that? Now, let me find point T. Where is it? Oh, here it is. So it's going to go up 1.5. So how much more do I need to go up? 1.5. So it would be right here. Does that make sense? Now let me see where that point is. I'm going to go -1, 2, 3, and up 2. -3, 2. Okay? All right. Are y'all ready to try that little part of your paper before I move on? Yes, maybe?
Yes.
Okay. That wasn't paying attention. So let's look at number 3. I'm going to flip it across the line y equals 1. So I would draw a little line right here at y equals 1. And then I'm going to look at point C. It tells me to look at point C. Thank you. And here's your paper. We're doing 1 through 6. So here's my point C. How many spaces am I from that line? 1, 2, 3. So I need to go up 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. What is this new ordered pair? That's my answer. So I am over 1, 2 and up 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 4. So that's what I would put for my answer here. 2, 4. And then I'm going to erase that so it doesn't mess me up anywhere else when I do another one. Okay? Does that kind of make sense, y'all? Just take a minute, draw your line, flip it, and then see what somebody else gets. All right, here we go. Here's our next problem. We are going to be given, and this is, you'll notice in the next little section of your worksheet, you're paying attention to me, not each other. Now, I have these 3 points. They're going to make a triangle, I'm guessing, right? I'm going to take this triangle and I'm going to draw it. And what I like to do is use different colors because that's going to be my pre-image. And then I'm going to reflect it where it says to reflect it and then draw my image. Now, what I would use is some graph paper. Okay, a graph stamp is fine too, but I think graph paper will work great. So I'm going to draw on my graph paper. Let me draw an X and Y axis. This is what I would suggest you do. Okay. I'll get y'all some graph paper. Yeah, I have some in just a second. So say that this was number 4. This is not your number 4, but like you could just label it number 4 and then I can see your graph. Okay, now let me plot the 3 points it gave me. And if you don't know, it was -3, 4. Does everybody know how to plot points? I hope so. Yeah. -3, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's point A. I'm just going to label it. Then they told me point B is 0, 1. So I don't go anywhere, left or right, and then I go up 1. And I would label that point B. Then it says that C is 4, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, and up 2. Does everybody see my triangle? Yeah, kind of. Oops. Yeah. Oh, y'all quit laughing. That's not funny. I'm terrible at drawing. There. Okay, there's my triangle. It's a little bit better. Now, it tells me, I'm going to show you what it says so you can see. It says we are reflecting it across what? the y-axis. So that means I'm going to take each of these points and reflect them over this y-axis. All right, now I would take like a pen or something different colored or whatever and flip it. Now, if I flip point B across the y-axis, guess where it's going to stay? There. Like if it's on the y-axis and if it was flipped, it's going to stay on the y-axis, okay? So I'll just kind of cover that one back up. Now, point C, how many spaces is it? 1, 2, 3, 4. So how many spaces am I going to go? 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, that's my new C. How do we call new C? We call it C prime. That's B prime. Now, A, how many spaces is it? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So here's my point A prime. And now I'll draw that triangle.
Don't mess up.
It's harder than you think. There it is. Do y'all see how it's flipped over?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's flipped over the y-axis. And on this one, all they want you to do is draw and label it. So you just put your new little points like I did, the new A prime, B prime, C prime, and draw your picture. You don't have to tell the ordered pairs. So on your sheet, do y'all need me to do one more of those?
Yeah.
Yes? Okay, let me just do one more. I'll draw, and I'm going to give you some graph paper in a second. I'll draw my y-axis and my x-axis on my paper. Okay? And then I'll zoom out a little bit more. Okay. It tells me my ordered pair are, let me find one. 1, 4. So I'm going to go over 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. Are y'all paying attention? I hear y'all talking. And it tells me that that is point J. That's weird. Okay, A is 3, 5. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's point A. And then G is over 2 and up 1. So I would draw that picture. You got to draw that. Then where do y'all want to flip it? They give us lots of choices. Do y'all want to flip it over y equals 2? Just because that's a little different? Okay, what would I have to do then? I would have to draw y equals 2. Where is y equals 2? Well, you go up 2 on the y-axis, and then you have to draw a line through it. So I'll just kind of shade me a little line. That's where I'm flipping it over. Does that make sense? Yes? Now, let me flip it over that line. So how far is G from there? 1. So I'm going to go up 1 more. And I'm going to call that one G prime. Okay? How far is J from that line? 1, 2. So I'm going to go down 1, 2. And I'll call that one J prime. And A is 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to go down 1, 2, 3. And that's A prime. Okay? And then we just draw the triangle. And there it is, flipped over this line here. Okay, does that make sense? Do I need to do another one? No? Okay, so I'm going to let y'all do 2 of these. Okay, just real quick, y'all are going to do 11 through 14 just because I get to pick on y'all for once about your drawings. So I'm going to make you do all 4 of these. You have to draw the reflection. Boys, are y'all listening back there? Okay, so you have to draw the reflection across that line. Do y'all know how to draw the other side? Like you reflect it across the line. So you're going to take this and you're going to go to there. And then you're going to what? Go to there. And you're just going to keep drawing the reflection on all these. You have to draw that picture as if it was in a mirror, okay? Now, wait. I'm not done. So then you're going to, that's 11 through 14. Then you're going to go ahead and do 15 and 16. Where does the dotted line go? That's what you're trying to see. What line? It's very, very simple. Like you're just, it clearly goes right through the middle of these. That's my line of reflection. Okay? So you'll do that for 15 and 16. And then we'll move on once everybody's done these. Does everybody understand those? You're drawing the picture and you're drawing a dotted line. So there's your dotted line. And for this one, now I didn't finish this picture. You'll have to keep going.
Okay.
Like that, kind of. Okay? I really won't laugh at your pictures. I was just kidding.
Mine's worse than yours.
Look, I'm going to do
All of them.
18 and 20 and 22. I'll do these, or at least two of them. You're going to do 17, 19, and 21. Okay? And we might look at 23 together in a minute. But anyway, I'll at least do one or two of these, or two or three of these. Let me look at 18. Notice it has, we're doing things twice, right? It's the same exact thing we've been doing, but we're going to reflect, draw that picture, and then guess what we're going to do again? Reflect that new one again. Okay, so it's just like a two-step thing. So let me do number 18. You can see the numbers on there. You don't have to write this one down. You can just follow along. So here's number 18. I'm going to draw my X and my Y axis. And it tells me it's just point Z. That's what's nice. It's not a whole shape, right? Point Z is what point? Over 1 and up 1. Does everybody see that? So here's point Z. It says on number 18, reflect it across X equals -2. So y'all, I'm going to go over to -2 and draw that little line, okay? If I reflect it across there, let me count. 1, 2, 3. So how many spaces do I need to go? 1, 2, 3. And what do I call this? Z prime. Is that my answer? No. Then what does it tell me to do? What am I going to reflect it across now? The what? The x-axis. So here's my x-axis, and I'm only one space from it, so I'm only going to go what? One space from it. I don't know what they would call it.
You're supposed to go across from the Z.
I'm going to call it Z prime prime. Huh?
So you're supposed to do it from Z.
So we had to reflect it across this line. So there it went. And then my second thing, once I got that answer, reflected across the x-axis. So here it is. Here's my answer. So my ordered pair is what? -1, 2, 3, 4, 5, -1. So I would write -5, -1. That's my answer. Does that make sense, y'all? Let me do number 19. Or actually, I'll do number 19. I meant 20. 20, 20, 20. I was sitting there looking at 20 and called it 19. Let me draw my X and Y axis. Y axis. X axis. Okay, so number 20, we're going to take our point 1, 1. That's our Z. Okay, it's the same on all these. This is going to be your first point as well. Now on number 20, it tells me to reflect it across Y equals -3. So y'all let me draw 1, 2, -3. Here's this line, Y equals -3. If I reflect it across that, how many spaces am I from it? Are y'all getting this, girls? 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to count what? 1, 2, 3, 4. That's Z prime. Is that my answer, or is there one more reflection? One more. And it says this time, if you're following along on number 20, reflected across the y-axis. Well, here's the y-axis. How far am I from it? 1. So I'm going to go one space this way. I don't know what they want to call it, but they just want your ordered pair. So I'm going to find it. I just called it Z prime prime. So -1, -1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. -1, -7. Do I need to do another one, or do y'all get this?
I get it.
Okay, so why don't y'all just do number 17 and 21?
Thank you.
17 and 21 on your graph paper, yes.
So would this be right?
Let's see.
Number 17.